attacking people.
Their complete refusal to even consider.
You need to go. You don't protect us. Unasked, that's it.
You, on people's tax dollars, you want to stand here and keep attacking.
Ask them questions, they don't answer.
If you're in Dalton, Illinois, and planning to attend Mayor Tiffany Henyard's reelection party, be prepared to shell out a steep $50 just for the entry fee. And that's only the beginning. Showing more support means digging even deeper into your pockets. With all the
Many other people felt the same way.
controversy swirling around Henyard's tenure, it's hard not to question whether this is a clever strategy to boost campaign funds or a frantic effort to patch up allegations of financial mismanagement. The high price tag has sparked debate, leaving many wondering if this event is truly about rallying loyal.
In an exclusive one-on-one interview, our Nate Rogers gets her side. He joins us live.
Supporters or simply a cash grab in disguise. Allegedly, the report is clean shorts. Let us now return to the episode. Go on there, listen to Picard. Okay, it's clean shorts. Sorry. Tiffany Henyard's tenure as mayor of Dalton, a small town of about 200
Bad thing right away.
residents just south of Chicago, has been nothing short of a political whirlwind, filled with controversy, allegations, and enough drama to rival a high-stakes TV series. Since taking office in 2021, Henyard has faced persistent criticism for her leadership style, financial practices, and alleged abuse of power.
We always had a primary, always. We never not had a primary where 10,000 residents come out and express who.
See, it's accusations of corruption, financial mismanagement, and claims of using the local police to intimidate political opponents have cast a long shadow over her administration. These allegations paint a troubling picture, one of extravagant spending and the possible misuse of public funds for personal gain. Such claims have raised serious concerns about her priorities as a public servant and have further destabilized Dalton's already fragile economy, leaving the town in a more...
Yeah, absolutely, Scott and Don. Good evening to the both of you. We spoke exclusively to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard about an hour or so ago. She spoke about
precarious state. Reports suggesting that Henyard has funneled public money into personal ventures and engaged in questionable financial dealings have only amplified the discontent among residents, town officials, and even some of her former allies. Critics argue that her administration has consistently prioritized personal ambition
As the Democratic Party
over the needs of the community, deepening Dalton's economic struggles. Despite growing unrest and mounting criticism, Henyard appears undeterred. In a move that has left many residents scratching their heads, she is pushing forward with a re-election campaign, complete with a launch party meant to overcoming opposition. Oh, quit me sounds. So they were like texting her, like just looking, and this is the image that shows up for me. Some of this bold step comes amidst intense scrutiny as many Dalton residents
continue to battle over a vacant trustee seat. Henyard says she will indeed attend tonight's caucus to win.
Question her capacity to govern and whether she should even consider another term in office. Her apparent disregard for these concerns has only fueled perceptions that she is disconnected from the realities faced by her constituents. For a town already grappling with significant challenges under Henyard's leadership, her decision to pursue re-election has divided opinions. Some view it as defiance, while others see it as sheer audacity.
To hear the people tonight, you heard them express how wonderful it was to...
Regardless of perspective, Henyard's political journey has become a defining moment for Dalton, forcing residents to confront difficult questions about leadership, accountability, and governance. Oh yeah, I can't even have, so whether her confidence will resonate.
And tonight's decision was made within minutes, with Tiffany Henyard receiving a blow to her re-election effort.
With voters or ultimately backfire remains to be seen. One thing, however, is certain. The controversy surrounding her tenure and re-election bid has brought Dalton to a critical crossroads, with the town's future hanging in the balance. Tiffany Henyard's re-election campaign is making headlines not just for the boldness of its timing amidst swirling controversies, but for its fundraising strategy, which feels more like a luxury club membership than a call to civic duty. Want to attend her campaign launch party? Be prepared to pay an entry fee of $50, just the starting point of her elaborate tiered donation system. The more you pay, the fancier your supporter title becomes. For $35, you can claim
Henyard was appointed Thornton Township Supervisor in 2022 and also serves as the mayor of Dalton. Tuesday night's decision comes as Henyard has faced criticism over
the title of resident supporter. Though, amusingly, that won't even grant you access to the party. Shell out $50 and you'll be upgraded to supporter, a marginally more prestigious label with seemingly no added benefits. But the tiers don't stop there. For those with deeper pockets, the campaign offers the bronze supporter level for $150, implying a heightened commitment, or perhaps just a willingness to part with more cash. Feeling more invested? For $500, you'll ascend to Silver Sponsor, a title that hints at inclusion in Henyard's inner circle, though the specifics of this exclusivity remain murky. But the real showstopper is at the higher tiers. A $1,000 donation earns you the title of Gold Sponsor, solidifying your status as a top-tier backer. However, even that pales in comparison to the ultimate level. A jaw-dropping $55,000 secures the title of Platinum Sponsor, the pinnacle of loyalty and generosity in Henyard's campaign hierarchy. Yes, $55,000 to show your unwavering faith in a mayor whose tenure has been clouded by scandal. Unsurprisingly, this pricing structure has drawn widespread ridicule. Critics have labeled it an out-of-touch cash grab, questioning whether it's meant to rally genuine voter support or simply bolster Henyard's coffers. The audacity of assigning dollar amounts to supporter tiers has left many scratching their heads, wondering if this approach reflects a
Those trustees continuing to boycott her meetings. She also talked about
fundamental disconnect with Dalton's average residents. As the pay-to-play nature of these donation tiers becomes a topic of public mockery, even some of Henyard's supporters are left questioning the strategy. Is this truly the best way to rebuild trust with a skeptical electorate? Or does it further highlight the glaring divide between Henyard's campaign priorities and the concerns of her constituents? One thing is certain, this fundraising ploy has added yet another layer of controversy to a campaign already steeped in it. For the first time in weeks, Dalton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together. But it wasn't at Village Hall. Henyard's reelection campaign has stirred significant controversy, not only for its extravagant fundraising tactics, but also for the troubling implications these moves reveal about her leadership priorities. Asking supporters to donate up to $55,000 to attend a party has raised serious questions about the destination of these funds, especially given the ongoing allegations of financial mismanagement that have plagued her tenure as mayor. Screenshot, with a history of accusations concerning the misuse of public funds, many see this fundraising strategy as yet another questionable move that further erodes her already fragile reputation. The situation was made even worse by the fact that one of the donation methods linked to her campaign was through a Zelle account directly connected to Henyard's personal bank account. This unorthodox and highly questionable practice has sparked outrage and skepticism, raising significant ethical concerns. I have to deal with this all the fucking time, and that's my first level of accusations, raising significant ethical concerns. Both critics and residents are wondering whether this is just another attempt to funnel money into her personal finances disguised as campaign donations, an approach far from the
That she was the best thing that can happen for
norm in political fundraising. Naturally, these tactics have amplified suspicions about what might be happening behind closed doors. Despite the growing concerns, Henyard seems unfazed, doubling down on her quest to remain in power. In an act of bold self-promotion, she has taken to calling herself the Super Mayor, a title that has only further distanced her from an increasingly disgruntled portion of the town. This self-aggrandizing label has drawn sharp criticism, symbolizing to many an inflated ego, and a leadership style that prioritizes personal gain over the needs of the community. It's not just the title that's causing an uproar. Her entire approach to governance has come under fire. Dolton residents and trustees have accused her of running the town like a dictatorship, consolidating power with little regard for transparency or accountability. Allegations that she has used the local police force to intimidate political rivals have further eroded trust in her administration. Her penchant for lavish spending, often at the expense of taxpayers, has only worsened the situation. From extravagant parties to questionable expenditures, her actions suggest a leader more concerned with her own image than addressing the critical issues facing her town. Meanwhile, Dolton's financial struggles continue to deepen, with the town sinking further into debt under Henyard's leadership. Yet instead of confronting these mounting challenges head-on, Henyard seems more focused on securing her political future and maintaining her public persona. This has left many questioning whether she is truly fit to lead, and her continued refusal to engage meaningfully with the criticism only strengthens the perception that she is a leader out of touch with the needs of her community, prioritizing power over progress. Bolton, Illinois, is grappling with a severe financial crisis, with the town's debt exceeding $5 million and no signs of recovery in sight. The situation has grown so dire that some speculate police vehicles may soon be repossessed due to the village's inability to make the necessary payments. Yet, despite this mounting financial instability, Mayor Tiffany Henyard appears unfazed, prioritizing her public image over the urgent issues plaguing the town. Her leadership has come under intense scrutiny as Henyard continues to funnel resources into self-promotion rather than addressing the town's growing financial troubles. Billboards and posters boasting slogans like,
Suburbs, the woman who owns a Dalton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent.
Keeping My Promises and The People's Choice are scattered throughout Dolton, evoking comparisons to authoritarian leaders such as Venezuela's Nicolás Maduro. This has only deepened the frustration among residents, who feel their mayor is more invested in her own image than in finding solutions to the town's financial crisis. Allegations of misuse of public funds continue to mount, with reports indicating that Henyard has used taxpayer money for lavish travel, exclusive security details, and even a personal skating rink for exclusive events. As Dolton's budget continues to spiral downward, Henyard remains focused on branding herself rather than addressing the dire financial challenges facing the town. This has left residents feeling ignored, their concerns sidelined, while the town's finances deteriorate further. It's been a fairly adventurous town, so Dolton took the time to create an alternate imprisonment system to combat this thing called the casino. Tensions are escalating, with Henyard's leadership increasingly viewed as a symbol of misplaced priorities, self-interest, and a profound disconnect from the community's struggles. While Dolton desperately needs action to resolve its financial woes, Henyard appears more concerned with maintaining a luxurious lifestyle and promoting her image than with tackling the issues that threaten the town's future. As a result, many residents are growing disillusioned with a leader who seems completely out of touch with the very people she was elected to serve. The situation has left the community feeling helpless, wondering how a town on the brink of financial collapse can continue to be led by someone more focused on self-glorification than on solving the problems that matter most. I can't change. I can't change. I'm sorry, Reggie said. But I don't have time to change people or learn from my mistakes. I have to make the names bigger. Despite the mounting controversies and financial turmoil, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is charging ahead with her reelection campaign, taking a bold step by proposing a salary ordinance.
We talked to Tiffany Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting
that would slash the pay of whoever replaces her if she loses. Meanwhile, she's making sure her own salary stays intact. This move is a clear indication that Henyard isn't backing down without a fight, But, question is, at what cost? Let's not forget the FBI investigation hanging over her head. Earlier this year, federal agents served subpoenas seeking financial records and business documents from both Dalton and the neighboring Thoron Township, where Henyard also serves as a supervisor. The investigation reportedly centers around allegations of financial misconduct, including claims that Henyard misused taxpayer funds for personal expenses. It's been reported that thousands of dollars were spent on personal Amazon purchases, dining out, and luxury hotel stays. If these allegations hold any truth, Henyard could be facing serious legal consequences. Despite the growing scrutiny, Henyard has remained tight-lipped about the investigation. While she denies any wrongdoing, she has been careful not to reveal too much. In a recent Facebook Live broadcast, she touched on some of the accusations, but instead of offering any concrete evidence to clear her name, she went on a nearly 90-minute rant, blaming her political opponents for Dalton's struggles and promising to reveal the truth at a later time. This is not the first time Henyard has made such promises. She has hinted at a podcast where she would supposedly expose the truth about her critics, yet nothing has materialized. It's starting to feel like a smoke and mirrors game. Despite all the controversy, Henyard remains confident about her re-election prospects. She's already launched her campaign, believing she's headed for a landslide victory. However, the residents of Dalton may not be so easily swayed this time. Both trustees and residents are fed up with the current state of affairs, with many calling for change. Trustee Jason House, part of the Clean House slate, and Henyard's challenger, has been vocal about the need to restore decency and order to the village. And he's not alone. Residents have been speaking up at public meetings, demanding transparency and accountability from their mayor. One resident even asked, "This is an embarrassment to Dalton. Why won't you step down?" It's a fair question, but Henyard doesn't appear ready to step aside. Instead,
Board meeting this evening.
With Thornton Township's board meeting,
Henyard has been pulling out all the stops to hold on to power. In one of her infamous Facebook Live broadcasts, she declared that she would press charges against certain individuals, though she didn't specify what crimes they were allegedly guilty of. It's a bold move, especially considering Henyard herself is currently facing an eviction lawsuit for failing to pay rent on her home. Yes, you read that correctly. Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor, is months behind on rent and is being sued by her landlord. It's clear that Henyard is willing to go to great lengths to maintain her grip on power. But with her credibility and leadership under intense fire, the people of Dalton will soon have to decide. Are they willing to let her continue leading, or is it finally time for a change? Tiffany Henyard's financial troubles have reached a breaking point, and they extend far beyond Dalton's already strained budget. Recently, her landlord, Janetta Hull, spoke out about the situation, revealing that Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, haven't paid rent since August. Hull claims the couple owes her thousands of dollars in back rent and even changed the locks on the property to prevent her from gaining access, something I've referenced a lot. Once considering Henyard a friend, Hull now regrets renting to her and has filed an eviction lawsuit. However, Henyard has been avoiding service of the eviction papers. In a pointed remark, Hull said, "At some point, you have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you. Just pay your rent." This is like a damning situation for someone trying to retain power. But Henyard's financial woes don't end there. The FBI is still actively investigating her spending habits, with reports indicating that Henyard used the village's credit card for questionable purchases, including a staggering $43,000 Amazon shopping spree. She's also been accused of spending thousands on luxury travel, dining, and entertainment, while Dalton's financial situation continues to worsen. It's no wonder many are raising serious questions about her priorities as a leader. So end up on a secret van, arriving on an unmarked dock. No one's ever heard of this before. Adding to the controversy, Henyard has been using police officers as her personal security detail ever since a 2021 protest over a shooting. This has led to over $1 million in overtime pay for the officers. Robert Collins, the former Dalton police chief who was fired by Henyard late last year, revealed that Henyard had
Their complete refusal to even consider
not only used officers for protection, but also for personal errands, such as picking up her daughter from school or going shopping. Collins also admitted that Henyard had ordered him to target certain individuals for harassment, further compounding the growing list of allegations against her. So, what's really motivating Henyard's re-election campaign? Is it a desperate attempt to cling to power, or does she genuinely believe she is the best person to lead Dalton through its troubles? And what about the $50 entry fee for her campaign party? Would you be willing to pay it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. One thing is for certain, the drama unfolding in Dalton is far from over, and there's no telling where it will go next. Stay tuned for more updates.